Honk.
Yes, indeed, and the honk will lead them. What's up, everyone? Sorry, blew everyone away with the volume there for just a second. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome all to a Tuesday stream. It is March 24th, 2026, in the year of our Lord, etc., etc. It is 1 p.m. Eastern. I hope everyone is doing well and is looking forward to our session of D&D with viewers today. Very excited about this. D&D with viewers as we continue with Up the Beanstalk. This is actually day 2 of Up the Beanstalk. We actually have already gotten up the Beanstalk. That's kind of a spoiler. We're already there. But we have a lot to do now that we've arrived at the top of the Beanstalk. So I'm excited to get back into some D&D with viewers today where chat decides. Before we go any further, just a couple of reminders about ways to support the channel. If you have not done so already, please make sure to follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube, as Prince Justin just put in, with !ArvTube. That is always appreciated. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. I should have mentioned, don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. That is always appreciated. Blue Sky is !ArvSky, where you can follow me on my microblogging platform of choice. And the website for this, arvaneleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area. !ArvTreon is the Patreon, where you can get cool stuff for yourself and for the channel. We're going to be revamping that in the next couple of months when I have free time, which means a couple of months because I am super busy at the moment. But I am looking forward to that because we have a lot of good stuff in that Patreon, but I want to be able to make some adjustments and changes to it. In the meantime, you can get some cool stuff there for you and for the channel, as I mentioned. Also, those custom sub badges, which we use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, that is also there. Let me see, and also subbing to the channel to get those custom sub badges, as I mentioned. On the publishing front, Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts, Library, that's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, that's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, Greyshade is my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin trilogy, available at that link. You can also get the audiobook of Greyshade Renegade and Heretic from our very own Trent Sparks there. And you can also, if you have not already done so, pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, which is going to be coming out from Alligator Alley soon, and coming from designed by our very own Brandon O'Brien. Just did a Kickstarter update about that today. Just did a Kickstarter update about that today, so I am excited to be talking more about that as time goes on. You can pre-order that there. Also, as always, BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. Illegal and illegitimate, I can say that, war with bravery and courage, and send the message we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. We have Up the Beanstalk going on now. Then I'm going to be over at 4 p.m. Eastern over on GOG.com's Twitch channel, where I'm going to be playing more of Evil Land 2 as we move into the end stages of that game, which I am very excited about. Really enjoying Evil Land 2 quite a bit. The whole Evil Land sequence really has been honestly pretty awesome, so I'm very excited for that, about that. And then I am going to be back at my channel on Thursday, because on Thursday we will have Winter Burrow that will be playing at 9 p.m. Eastern. Also Saturday, Winter Burrow. If all goes well, I might be done well with Winter Burrow. Solasta 2 is not yet out for GOG.com, so until it's out for GOG.com, I can't play it on GOG. I would love to say that it was Echo. I am looking forward to playing it, but it is not on GOG yet. So until it is, not much I can do about it. But I am going to be playing it at some point when it does become available. It is not yet. So trust me, I'm getting ready to play it for sure, but it's not there yet. Anyway, where was I? Yes, Winterboro, both Thursday and Saturday. Then I'll be wrapping that up. And then be thinking about, I think I'm going to be moving into probably the Super Mario RPG next as the kind of main video game that I play on this channel. I'm excited for that too because I've never played that. So next Tuesday, the 31st, is going to be busy. We have the Patreon-fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month. And by the way, final votes for that are happening today. So don't forget to get your votes in on this, what my game is that I'm going to be playing next Tuesday. That is going to be happening next Tuesday. And then 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing If All Goes Well. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Celeste 2. It depends on whether it's been released yet. So right now I'm putting that there, but it could change. It depends on whether they actually release it. We're really just subject, honestly, to whenever they get GOG to build. So sometimes there's all kinds of reasons as to why it's not available at a certain time. So I'm hoping I will. It means I can maybe be doing that stuff. So okay, sounds good. Sounds good. That's all I wanted to say about that with the next game. And then next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern will be the Our Vocalist playing Citizen Sleeper 2. So that'll be happening next Tuesday, which is the last Tuesday of March. And then we will be into the month of April, if you can believe it. We're officially in spring now, of course, but we will officially be in April at that point and moving on to what is going to be a very busy April and May. So I'm excited about that. One quick note here. 1 second. One special note that I want to make also has to do with the stuff that we did yesterday at St. John's. I wanted to thank those who were able to make their way out to the event that we had with the three poets, with C.S.E. Cooney, who's been on this channel before, with Ali Trotta, and with Antoinette Brimbell, the Connecticut State Poet Laureate. It was a really good presentation. It was a really good conversation with the three of them. We had three great readings from them. Claire did an entire, memorized without looking at anything. It was pretty cool. And then they all synergized really well. It was really nice. And we had some good questions, thoughtful questions from the audience. And so the second storytelling event was a success, I'm very glad to say. And I'm glad to say that that's the second and final event that I'm specifically hosting at St. John's this semester because of all the weather and stuff like that. I'm glad I'm sort of past that for the moment. I'm, looking forward to not having to, obsessively refresh the weather report to make sure that we can actually get people to the campus. But we did have it. It went well. And so, yeah, that was great. And I'm excited for the storytelling events that we'll be doing in the future. I already have an idea for two of the people that I'll be inviting to that. A third person, I have some possibilities, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But I'm pretty sure I know about two that's going to be happening for next spring. So that's very cool. But in the meantime, we are here and we are ready to go. And so I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to turn on that. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. I hope all are well. Maybe slightly bright. Maybe we can turn this down just a touch. There you go. Yeah, so hi, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well and is excited for the stream today. Now, Up the Beanstalk, which we did last time, Echo brought this up, so I did want to mention it. For those of you who knew that we were playing Legacy of the Green Flame, I made the executive decision to move off of it because, frankly, I wasn't enjoying it. There were too many mistakes in the maps. There were too many QA issues. I was a little frustrated about it, to be honest, because really, by the time a product gets out, it should not have stuff like that. Like there should have been a better quality pass, I think. So I finally got tired of having to constantly compensate for that, and I was just like, man. And that's why we moved on to this one, Up the Beanstalk, also by Pacesetter. This has been considerably better, and so I'm looking forward to continuing with that today. I look ready to be a referee for a football game. Yeah, this is the Hartford Yard Goats, the minor league baseball team in Hartford, Connecticut. Probably about an hour and 15 minutes from me, I would say. And then I'm wearing my Ireland rugby shirt. So I guess I'm ready to be the referee. I'm ready to be an umpire for baseball and a referee for rugby, I guess, sort of, so to speak. But anyway, still chilly outside, but we're moving that up. Yeah, no, I know. That's the Ireland rugby tradition jersey of mine. I'm looking forward to moving into the summer or moving into the spring and warmer weather, in part because it means I get to start wearing all my soccer jerseys again. It's going to start getting warm enough. It's technically still chilly outside, but it's getting warmer rapidly, and we're starting to move up into, it's officially spring, so it's nice that we can actually start moving to spring weather. But it is very brightly lit outside, nice sun today, so that's cool. Hey, Imaginary Exponent, and I'm excited for us to get to this, so with no further ado, let us do so as we move back into Up the Beanstalk. And I will give you folks a little bit of a detail about, for those of you who were not here last time, about what this thing was all about. Let me see. I believe I had... what did I have? This one's the tavern, right? Yeah, right, exactly. Okay. Actually, this is not a bad thing to sort of tell the tale. Let's stick with that for the moment. Oh, yeah. Mm, mm. Dance to your king. Dance to your king. Ah, dance to your king. Maybe a little bit too slow for that. Yes, so up the beanstalk. Here we are. First of all, let's talk about our character. Our character, which I guess I should probably zoom up so that people can see it a little bit. So here's our character. Our character is Dofria. She is a dragonborn sorcerer. And in case people are curious, and I'm sure you are, tell me more about this Dofria. She is a dragonborn sorcerer. She has currently 19 hit points out of 23. We are out of hit dice because we took a rest that would allow us to do this. We have a title of Swine Slayer because we actually slew a wild boar. We have 1 level of exhaustion, which is not great. But the reason that we're here in the first place is that we came up for 2 reasons. Basically, 1, we came to walk up this beanstalk so that we could actually find Jack, because Jack disappeared some years ago, 24 years ago, went up this mysterious beanstalk, and on the anniversary of that day every year, brave adventurers ascend the stalk in an attempt to return Jack to his home of Farador. But fewer and fewer adventurers are doing that for one simple reason, because none have returned. We, Dofria, are actually the only hero that came this time to go up the beanstalk and find them. And so we gathered a lot of equipment. We got all this stuff together to go up and actually find Jack. But when we got up there, we found a couple of interesting things. First of all, we discovered, number 1, hold on a second as I get to number 18. 18. There we go, 18, yes. So, we have discovered a couple of things. The first is that Blunderbore, supposedly, has Jack in a cave in the mountains. So that was the first thing. Blunderbore has Jack in a cave. Let me drop this down a little bit. So Jack is being kept captive, apparently, by Blunderbore, who has him in a cave in the mountains. That's the first thing. The second thing, though, is that we are also looking for Leandra, this giant who helped us out. We're looking for Leandra's guard dog called Baron, and the flock of sheep that he was supposedly guarding somewhere in the forest. And we agreed last time that we were going to actually try to track down Leandra's guard dog Baron, and of course then find our main quest event, which is to find Jack and get him from that cave in the mountains where he is currently being kept. And so those are the 2 things that we're considering. I do want you all to note that right now I have an orange cat who has joined us. Hello, orange cat. What do you have to say for yourself? You have to say that you're grooming yourself? Right now, all you see is just an orange blur. Hey, what's up there, Dylan? Welcome to YouTube. Am I on YouTube or Discord too? Am I just on YouTube? No, I am also on Twitch. In fact, I am more on Twitch, probably on YouTube, although I am building up my YouTube channel. So if you're still here, sorry I missed that. I am on YouTube and also on Twitch and also on Discord. So join us in these places. Your cat gets more vitamin D than I do. What's up, Nonstop? Good to see you. I hope all is well. And yes, now that you've had a chance to see that. Okay. So yes, so we are looking for, so again, 2 quests. 1, we're looking for Leandra's guard dog Baron and also the flock of sheep that he was supposed to be watching after. 2, we are looking for Jack, who is supposedly being kept in a cave in the mountains by someone called Blunderbore, who I believe is also a giant. So that is what we are looking for here. All right, and now that we've learned all of that, let's... All right, let's get that going. Perfect, perfect. There is a good question, actually. We don't know if Jack wants to be saved. Maybe he's living in cave happily. But either way, it would be nice if we could actually get confirmation from him. Maybe he's going to be like, you know, my obnoxious mom, I didn't want to be anywhere close to her. I mean, like, we don't know what he's going to say. It's a good point. But at the moment, it's all the mystery, right? We're trying to solve that mystery one way or the other. So that's where we're at. Okay. So here we go. So we are starting, our save point is Chapter 3, Section 18. And we are looking for exploration here as we begin to move through and figure out what we are going to do in terms of trying to track down Leandra's guard dog and also trying to find Jack and so forth. So you begin to explore the forest. You lie low, constantly scanning for threats. After a good few minutes of exploring, you come across something of interest. All right, so we're going to start with our die rolls for today, chat. And what I would like from everybody, whoever is willing to roll a die, I know Echo often does it. Happy to have Echo continue to do it. But all I would need is a D6 to determine what exactly you have discovered. Okay, sounds good, Echo, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. So if you would not mind rolling a 1D6, we got a 6. Okay, let us see what we find. You discover everything. No. You stumble out of some thick brush to find a whimpering dog lying at the roots of a large oak tree. You run over to find the dog in pain. A plethora of long dagger-like thorns are stuck into all four paws. Oh, man. All right, well, let's see. First of all, do we have a medicine kit? Do we have a medicine kit? That is an excellent question. So I don't know if, Dylan, you just stopped back into YouTube, but in answer to your question, which I missed before, I do indeed. There we go. Ah, yes. Okay, so I also need to open up. All right, hang on one second, chat. I need to also open up here. Well, that's because it's page 2. There it is. Okay, I was confused. All right, do we have a medicine kit? We do not. We do have 2 potions of healing, but we do not have a medicine kit. I don't think we have any ability to. We have 1 out of 4 slots left. We have blur. I don't think we have any like healing magic either. Which means that what we've got is the best we can do is to remove the thorns. Clouds of War, that's right. And it is Clouds of War. There is also a map, an adventure map, but we're not quite at that section yet. At least I don't believe we're at that section yet. I should double check that actually. Are we? Let me before I say that, maybe I should actually see if we are at the map area yet. We are not at the adventure map area yet. We are not. Okay. So we're still theater of the mind for the moment. Okay. You kneel to remove the thorns. The dog has a look of nervousness but does not initially bark or fight you. You remove all the thorns one by one. The dog barks and howls during the process, but it does not snap or bite at you. So it says the dog is out of immediate danger but is still unable to walk. You were able to carry the dog back to Leandra's hut if you wish. So we probably should, I would think, bring the dog back. It seems like a reasonable thing. Let's see. All right, so okay, I want to see what happened. It does not actually is not 100% clear as to where you're supposed to bring them back. They bring them back to Leandra's hut. Please search for him and return the flock. Huh. Maybe that we can't actually. That's interesting. You're able to carry the dog back to Leandra's hut if you wish. Okay, so I guess we just rescued him. That's a little strange. We just rescued him. we got rid of the things. Okay, that's good to know. So then I guess the question is, We have that, and then we have that. Okay. Let's see. Let me just double check and see if we can do this. I see. Okay, I get it. So we have rescued the dog, okay? But to really get the full amount of what we need here, we also need to rescue the sheep. So the question I have for you, chat, is we have explored the forest. We found the dog, Baron, and we have saved him, but we don't have the sheep that he was supposed to protect. So first vote of the day is a pretty easy one. $ vote space 1 means that we should find the sheep. $ vote space 2 means we should go to the mountains to save Jack. So, $ vote space 1, go back in the forest and try to find the sheep. $ vote space 2 means go to the mountains to save Jack. What should we do? Sorry, it took me a minute to figure out what it was actually telling me to do, but I understand. I now understand. I have learned. Ah, I see you there. What's up, Echo? I saw you over on YouTube as well. Sheep comes first. Well, the thing is, yeah, because if we want to get the reward, right, like I could see that. And we've already, like, you know, hit it out the park by finding, you know, the dog the first time through. So now we get to find the sheep. I'm also, since the dog is not really functional, we've just brought the dog back basically to the hut. So we've done that already. The importance of sheep. Well, that's right. That's right. I mean, for a lot of reasons. Number one, you know, if we save the sheep, we can't pull the wool over anyone's eyes. You know, otherwise we might just be on the lam. You know, we don't want that. There's no reason for us to be muttoning to ourselves. Do you think that was a bad joke? Let's go. Yeah, I got it. I ninja. Bad fun. Oh, wow, that's a cool. All right, so we're gonna last call this. We will get, of course, more folks voting and so forth as we continue, and more people come in. If you're a sheep on Warcraft 2, I'd make it explode by now. I have done that. I'm not ashamed to say that I have done that. I've taken part in that activity at on Warcraft. Job's done. All right, so we are going to go back to the sheep. Okay, so very simple then, Echo. If you would not mind rolling that 6-sided die again, we're going to ignore any 5s or 6s because we already found the dog. So we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, or a 4 for the other stage of exploring this forest. So if you would not mind rolling another D6 for me, please. Rolled a 1. Okay. All right, here we go. The density of the forest up ahead is broken up by a large river rushing through the forest as if late for afternoon tea. Interesting. You approach to find that it is moving a little faster than you would like to simply cross. You then follow up by poking a large branch into the river to discover it descends rather deep, at least 7 to 8 feet deep. It is also too wide to simply jump across. You scan left and right, and as your eyes are to the right, you spot a stone bridge off in the distance. All right, so now the question is, let's see if we have, it asks if we have a way to cross the bridge here. We have blur, that's not going to work. Magic missile, I guess we could magic missile the river. we don't really have, let me check and see. We have a ring, a dagger, 2 torches, a tinderbox. We have a second potion of healing. But we don't have any real way. We don't have a boat. So I'd say we don't really have a way to cross normally. So we have 2 options available to us. I think that this should be not difficult again. A binary choice here. Either choice number 1, $ vote space 1, means that we go to the stone bridge. $ vote space 2 means we go back and look for something else. So we either go back to the forest and roll again, or we go to the bridge. So $ vote space 1 is go back to the bridge, is go to the bridge that we see. $ vote space 2 means we go back. So $ vote space 1, go to the bridge. $ vote space 2, we go back. What say you all? It's going to be an interesting call because I say we go back. Well, no. This is not leaving the forest, imaginary, to be clear. This is not leaving the forest. This is still looking for the sheep. Just so we're all clear. I had a student echo yesterday when I was going over. We're doing a Wizard of Earthsea in my fantasy fiction class, which is such a great book. And the students have figured out the kind of big bad guy. Or I shouldn't say all the students. One student was like, "I think that this thing is this," and I was like, interesting. Well, because I didn't want to be like, "You're right," right? It is. I was pretty impressed. I'm like, yeah, that's not bad. Not bad that you picked that up. Picked up on that right now. So, all right. So we're going to last call this again. Going once. Going twice. Okay. So we are going to go to the stone bridge. I mentioned that, Echo, because you approach the seemingly well-built and maintained stone bridge. It is a massive curved structure that guides any over the rushing water below. Bravely but cautiously you take a step forward. The bridge's sheer size blocks your view of what is beyond for a few steps. As you begin your incline, a shade from above covers you. You look up to immediately be met by a towering, hulking Echo Alpha X5. No, by a towering, hulking troll. You were right, Echo. You thought bridge? You thought troll? You were right. There is a troll. Who dares cross my bridge? Maybe a little bit of an echo. A foolish mortal. Dinner's gonna be sure sweet tonight unless you can pay the toll. The troll boisterously laughs. You recover well from the shock. This has a chance of being the most normal observance today. All right, so here are the choices that you have. One is to pay the toll. You don't have time for this. So pay the toll, protest. Actually, wait, it sort of says this in the same way. So let me just make sure and see what money we have first. See if this is even an option. Yeah, we have 25 gold. Okay, right. So when we reach for our gold pouch to pay the toll, you notice a cloud of smoke appears at the feet of the troll. A small wicker basket appears with a note attached reading 500 gold here. I'm here to tell you we do not have 500 gold or anywhere close. So we have 2 choices. Choice number 1 is protest. This is a scandal. 500 gold across a bridge, ridiculous. Or $, so that's vote number 1. $ vote space 1 is to protest. $ vote space 2 is to say, nope, not the day for a troll. Head back to the forest. So $ vote space 1, we protest having to pay this absurd toll. And $ vote space 2 is we leave and go back. The Billy Goat Scruff, yep. Yeah, the first real appearance of the troll in a bridge context. I have seen the troll underneath the bridge in Fremont in the state of Washington. There's a troll that protects it. He's pretty quiet. Prince Justin, did you ever, assuming you're here, I don't want to assume that you're here. Let's assume you're not here. But assuming you're not here, I wonder if you ever took a picture of the Fremont troll. So 1 is we protest, 2 is we go back. Since we have nowhere close to 500 gold. Ah, okay. I thought I remembered having seen, because I support Prince Justin's Patreon, as should all of you. I thought I remembered seeing a picture that you had maybe taken of the troll, or of a bridge troll, I thought. Okay. Well, so it looks like we're thinking about going back. So going once. Going twice. Come to Norway for proper trolls? You know, when I was there, and obviously this was many years ago, Echo, I saw a lot of statues there. I don't think I remember seeing any trolls. I'm sure they exist, obviously, but I don't remember seeing any of them. Do they have like you know, troll-sized trolls, like in near bridges and things like that? No, I'm sure that's true. Okay, so we're going back. All right, which means we don't have to roll again because we only have one other option left, and we've done the other options. All right, hold on. I'm going to open this one first. That is a troll. And then Prince Justin's. Hey! That's right, I thought I remembered seeing that. Yep, I have seen that troll. So I've now seen the troll that Echo sent, and I've seen the troll that Prince Justin took. That's such a cool troll. Are a lot of the trolls in Norway, troll statues, are they all different sizes, Echo, or are they mostly sort of smaller? I'm wondering if there's any huge trolls or big trolls. Okay. All right, so we have gone back, which means that we have one more option available to us. And that is not been across the country for much of your life. Ah, I see. Okay. So this last time into the forest, because we went the first time, we found the dog. We went the second time, we found the bridge troll that we can't afford. And then we have this time. You stop instantly as you hear noise coming from down an outcrop ledge dropping about 8 feet to the forest floor below. You sneak up to the ledge and peer down, finding a rather odd scene. A flock of nearly 30 sheep is congregating, grazing the grass in a wide clearing. All right, we found the sheep. An odd scene, no doubt. You have a few options. Choice 1 is to climb down. Sheep are rather harmless. You can climb down and inspect them on foot. You could scout from above, get a decent look before heading down, or we could head back and leave the forest and go to the mountains. So the choices we have are climb down to the sheep, observe the sheep from above. Sheep from above! No, I'm just kidding. Observe the sheep from above, or head out of the forest and towards the mountains. Sheep harmless? Super sheep. Super sheep. Super sheep. Right. We begin a Worms fantasy storytelling. All right. Climb down to the ledge is $vote space 1. Observe the sheep from above is $vote space 2. Head out of the forest and toward the mountains is $vote space 3. That's right. That's right. You know, I played a lot more of no, I guess it was Worms, because there's all different kinds of the Worms games, but I'm more used to. There was an old browser-based game of tanks that would shoot each other from a distance across a map, and there was all this like fractally generated terrain, and you had different kinds of weapons that could do different things. And then Worms is sort of a version of that with a personality, basically. Scorched Earth, that's right, that's right. Scorched Earth, man, I used to play Scorched Earth a lot, because that's been around a long time, Scorched Earth. I do not trust those sheep. Yeah, Scorched Earth is free, I think, right? I think it's browser-based, if I'm not mistaken. And you have to account for the wind and everything. All right. We are going to observe the sheep from above. You scan the area for any threats before advancing. You see no one and nothing out of the ordinary ? And it asks us to roll a perception check. So, Echo, could you roll for us? Let me take a look at my sheet before you roll. We have passive perception is 11, but we're not looking for passive perception here. We're looking for, yeah, so just a flat 20. Okay, so, and that with plus 1. Okay, so we're looking for D20 plus 1, if you would, Echo. D20 plus 1. We're going to be trying to see if we see anything, basically. So D20 plus 1. Ooh, we rolled a 2. Everything is perfectly safe. Okay, so we don't see anything out of the ordinary. Now, again, that doesn't mean that there isn't anything out of the ordinary. It also doesn't mean that there is something out of the ordinary. It means that we don't see anything unusual from our vantage point, which means we now have two choices. Do we climb down to the sheep, $vote space 1, or do we head out of the forest and towards the mountains, $vote space 2? Climbing down to the sheep. All right, we climb. All right, last call, last call. People seem to be pretty confident about doing that. All right. And closed. We are climbing down to the sheep. All right. Going to climb down and inspect on foot. Let's see what we got. You slowly climb down, keeping your eyes on the flock. They seem not to be bothered by any noise you are making on the way down. After a few leaping steps, you reach the ground. You pace around slowly, looking at the flock, scanning for any clues as to who or where these creatures belong. After a few steps, you feel a great force knock into your back, causing you to fall flat on your face to the ground. Instantly, you scramble for your wits. Kind of odd. You look up to find a sheep with long fanged teeth snarling at you, biting and barking. This is no sheep. It is a wolf. The confusing nature of its sheep disguise over itself catches for your attention, but for now you must focus. Oh no, it's a battle against a wolf. The wolf, the wolf, the wolf is on fire. Okay. Man. All right, first of all, let's get some combat music going. It's a wolf literally in sheep's clothing. Well, we are up the beanstalk, are we not? As they say. All right. There's a naked sheep somewhere. Or a sheep that is disguised as a wolf. You never know. Okay. So let's see. Let's get the wolf up here. There we go. Throw the battle manager in there. Wolf. All right. And there's that. Let's get, let me get the, hold on, let me get the, all right, there's that. Move that bad boy down there. Actually, let me move this slightly. So let's move this here. And let's move this here and increase the size so we're better able to see it. Great. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So now, I know, I was thinking the same thing, actually. Okay. Now we have to roll for a little thing that we like to call initiative. So let me just double check and see. Right now, our initiative would be... I think it's D20 plus 1. So if you would be so kind, Echo, as to roll D20 plus 1. That would be lovely. And I'm going to do... I'm going to see what our wolf gets. All right, a 10. Okay. D&D dice roller. All right, and let's see. Okay. It rolls an 8, which means that we get to go first. All right, now, the question is, so this fierce wolf is walking around us. So the wolf gets a round of surprise. So that means that for one turn, the wolf is going to be able to get to attack us. And then after that, we will see what we're able to do to it once we recover from the surprise round, which we would not have had if we had actually seen it from above on the cliff, but we didn't. So, okay. So let's see. It is currently prone, so it's going to get advantage on this attack, unfortunately. All right, 1 second here. Second. Okay. There we go. Okay, I want to make sure I had that out of the way. All right. Sorry, I was making sure that I had something settled. Okay, so, all right, it is going to do that. Let's go try to do this advantage, all right? Whoa. Well, it's definitely going to hit us with a 23. That's for damn sure. Let's see what damage is there. It says, have to succeed in a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Joke's on you, bud. We're already prone. How's that feel? Yeah, gotcha. Got him. Okay. Not terrible. Only does 4 points of damage to us. Could be a lot worse. All right, so 15. Okay, current hit points 15. All right, so it hit us. We were knocked prone. The surprise round is over. Because we have better initiative, we now get to attack it. So we are on the ground at the moment, which is, maybe not optimal. But we are currently sitting on the ground. So the question that we have is, we can get up regardless, which we should probably do. And then we won't be able to move far away from it. But that's probably not a huge deal. So the question is, should we get up, step back, and let's see. And we have got Chromatic Orb, Magic Missile. Get up, step back. Let's see. Get up, step back. So I think we have a crossbow. Oh, well, we don't know. Yeah, we don't have that. I forgot we have dart. And throw a dart. Get up, step back. Use cold breath. We have one of those. Or get up, step back, and actually don't get up and step back. And attack with quarterstaff. Okay, a lot of choices. So, $ vote space 1. We get up from being prone, step back, and cast Ray of Frost. $ vote space 2. And by the way, I should say that Ray of Frost means we have to make a ranged spell attack. If we hit with Ray of Frost, it will do 1d8 cold damage. And it will also reduce the speed of the wolf until the next turn. So $ vote space 1 is we get up, step back, and cast Ray of Frost. $ vote space 2 is we get up, step back, and cast Magic Missile. That's a stronger spell, but it is our last slot for that level. $ vote space 3 is get up, step back, and cast Blur. That will make it harder for the creature to hit us and for it to see. $ vote space 4 is get up, step back, and throw a dart. $ vote space 5 is get up, step back, and use Cold Breath. That will be a one-time use until we get a long rest. Or $ vote space 6 is get up and attack with quarterstaff. So now you can get your votes. It does look at the moment like we have a couple people voting for casting Blur, which is totally fine. So get your votes in, chat. And for those who don't know, Blur basically means that creatures attack you at disadvantage because you're blurry. All right, last call. This is a concentration level spell. If it hits us, we will have to make a con saving throw, which I believe we're doing at disadvantage because we have a level of exhaustion. But having said that, it does mean that we will have, it'll be less likely that it hits us in the first place, which would be nice. We are 1v1 wanting a wolf. Yeah, no, I see that. I totally understand that. All right. Blur it is. All right, we step back. We are currently blurry. We're like, we're currently like this. We're like this hand. Oh no, we're like me. We're like the hand. We're like me. We're like John Cena. You can't see me. Okay. Right. All right, so we have cast Blur. All right. Now the creature gets to attack us, but it's going to be attacking us at disadvantage. Rolled a 17 and an 18. And that unfortunately means... Well, it's not disadvantage on saving throws. Okay, good. That's good. That unfortunately means that it's going to hit us. We are going to have to make a Constitution saving throw, but this won't be a disadvantage, which is nice. So, Echo, as I'm rolling the damage for this, if you would be so kind, please, as to... There we go. If you would be so kind, please, as to roll a D20 plus 2. That would be lovely. 22. All right, yeah, we definitely made our con save with no problem whatsoever. So we maintain concentration. The blur remains up, but it is going to do damage to us. So, all right. That is going to be another 6 points of damage, which means we're looking at looking at 9. All right, 9. So we're still in it. We're still in to win it. But we definitely do need to make a decision. Now that so we've blurred, now it's our turn again. And so now the question is, what are we going to do? We've already cast blur, so I'm going to get rid of that. So now we have these choices against this fierce wolf. All right, $ vote space 1. I actually should have said we're already gotten up, so don't worry about the get up part. Step back and cast Ray of Frost. Step back and cast Magic Missile. Step back and throw a dart. Step back and use Cold Breath. Or attack with our quarterstaff. All right. So $ vote space 1 is step back and cast Ray of Frost. $ vote space 2 is step back and cast Magic Missile. $ vote space 3 is to step back and throw a dart. $ vote space 4 is to step back and use Cold Breath. $ vote space 5 is to attack with a quarterstaff. And yeah, I can see both of those, Prince Justin. The Cold Breath thing, the nice thing about that is it's going to do a fair bit of damage. But if it hits, but Ray of Frost also has its own value, so I can see both of them. So again, $ vote space 1 to cast Ray of Frost, 2 for Magic Missile, 3 for Throw a Dart, 4 for Cold Breath, 5 for attack with Quarterstaff. And it is a saving throw for Cold Breath, yeah. A con saving throw, actually. You would get some damage guaranteed, yes, because at worst case scenario, it'll be half damage, whatever you roll. And I also have now 1 out of 2 on the second levels. All right. Yep. All right, chat. So we need someone to break this tie. Both good arguments. I don't think either one is wrong. $sign vote space 1 is step back, cast Ray of Frost. 2, magic missile. 3, throw a dart. 4, cold breath. 5, attack with quarterstaff. So let us have someone break the tie. And I think the guaranteed damage does make sense as well. So I'm good either way. Dum bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. All right. What are we looking at here? All right, we need someone to break the tie. Okay. Need someone, excuse me, to break the tie. Oh, sorry, Prince Justin. I don't want to make you feel like you always have to change your vote. But I can see both being options. I mean, the good news is, I suppose, it's also AoE, so maybe it's more useful for multiple creatures too. But, I agree with you about the guaranteed damage. But either way. Okay. So, the vote is cast. All right. Step back and cast Ray of Frost, which means that we have to make a ranged spell attack. Ranged spell attack inside creature. And actually, let me just double check and see what that would be. And we have 2 points of sorcery, I should say. Oh, that is a good point, actually, that we can create another spell slot. We only have 1 out of 4, but we could create another spell slot using sorcery points if we have to, because we have 2 sorcery points. That's something to remember, that we can actually do that. So, okay, so... And Charisma is the ranged spell. Charisma's +3. So we're going to be doing a D20 +3 as soon as Echo returns. We will have a D20 +3 to hit this Fierce Wolf. Okay, welcome back, Echo. Okay. That is enough. That will actually hit. Which means now we will need you to make a, let's see. Where's my Ray of Frost at? That is going to be, I think, 1 to 8 cold damage. Yeah, so roll 1d8, please, Echo. Let's roll 1d8. And we're going to see how much damage we actually do to this fearsome wolf. So just roll 1d8 if you would, please, Echo. Are we there, Echo? Hello? Hello? Check, check, check. Mic check. Okay, if Echo, if you have stepped away, then I'm going to let Prince Justin do this. So, going once, going twice. And, oh, you're here? Okay. Can we get a D8? And by the way, when you have to leave, I totally get it. So don't feel, no pressure. I just, want to move us along. So, are we rolling a D8? Just a straight D8, no damage bonus. Hey, 7, good roll. All right, it slams into the wolf. I love it. Okay. The wolf is now down to 4 hit points, which is what I like to see. And also has been slowed by 10 feet. Okay. All right, now it's going to get to attack. Again, it's doing so at disadvantage because of our blur. Okay. Hold on, got to consult our... Okay, 13, just underneath our armor. Outstanding. Okay, that sounds good. All right, Echo, I'll see you later on. Thank you for rolling. Okay, so just under our AC, so it did not hit, which means we now have another option. So it's down to 4 hit points now. So now the question is, chat, what do we want to do in this round of combat? So again, same choices are here. It's down to 4 hit points. $ vote space 1, we cast Ray of Frost again. We did that last turn. We hit it. Hopefully if we hit again, that'll be enough. 2, we step back and cast Magic Missile. That's our last slot, but we do have sorcery points that could give us another slot. Step back and throw a dart. Step back and use Cold Breath or attack with our Quarterstaff. So $ vote space 1 is Ray of Frost again. $ vote space 2 is Magic Missile. $ vote space 3 is Throw a Dart. $ vote space 4 is Use Cold Breath. And $ vote space 5 is Attack with Quarterstaff. So please make your decision, chat, and get your votes in. Please, please. Please do that. Would be lovely. So we can get votes in and see what we're actually going to do with this fearsome wolf. All right. Echoes a vote in for Ray of Frost just before dashing off. Okay, what do we think? We have a vote for Ray of Frost. Do we have others who are jumping in? All right. Anyone else jumping in? Hey, what's up, J-Rab? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Hope all's well, J-Rab, by you. All right, we're going to last call this. We have 2 votes for Ray of Frost. And then, Prince Justin, I don't know if you're able to do this. If you're not, it's okay. We can find somebody else to roll dice. But again, no pressure. If you can't, totally get it. Going once, going twice, and closed. All right, we are going to be casting Ray of Frost. So again, this is going to be rolling a d20 plus 3. Would be that's the plan. And again, let me know if you can do that, Prince Justin, or not. If you can't, I will find someone else who can. If you can't, I'll find someone else who can. Jay's in here, Nonstop is in here. We have some other Imaginaries in here. We have some other folks in here. All right, let me see. What say us? No. Perhaps not, had to step away. So, do we have a dice roller, folks? Do we have someone who's willing to roll dice for chat? Do we have someone who's willing to roll the dice for chat? Anybody? Staying busy. Getting your name changed soon. Really, Jay? So, and in such a way that it will be updated where we'll know on Twitch so I don't call you by the wrong name, yes? And also, do we have someone to roll dice, chat? Anybody who's willing to roll dice? Oh, you're working on your legal name. Okay. J-Rab's fine. They're working on your legal name. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Oh, it's great, though. I'm glad that it's going to be the way that you want it to be. That's a big thing. To have your identity reflect who you view that you really are. So that's good. That's good. Congratulations in advance. Not done yet, I know, but congratulations in advance. Okay, chat, can we get someone to roll dice? Anyone who's willing to roll dice for us? Ah, okay. Yes, Jay, if you would be kind enough to do so, that would be lovely. And it would just be $roll space. Hey, what's up, Caro? Caro, you could also do it. What do you... I'm good with whoever. It's good to see you, Caro. I'm good with whoever who wants to do it. Wants to roll those dice. Whoever wants to can. You want to give it a shot then, Carol? All right, so that would be, we're rolling D20 plus 3 for charisma. We're rolling D20 plus 3. We are casting a ray of frost at this fierce wolf, who is fierce and a wolf. He's wolf fierce, if you will. Hey, that's a hit. All right, you slam into its side. Now you need to roll damage. So this one is just a D8. So if you could just roll a flat D8. Kablam. You've been frosted. Seven. Outstanding. Right into the side of the wolf. Smacks the ground. We have defeated it with one... Nice job, everyone. With one last high-pitched yippee bark, the wolf falls unmoving, and the music momentarily ceases, leading us back to a forest. With one last high-pitched yippee bark, the wolf falls unmoving. The wolf's wife and children run out. Daddy? Daddy? Why isn't Daddy moving? Well, you see, son, someone decided to... I'm afraid that Daddy won't be coming home today. No, just kidding. None of these things happen. First of all, the wolf was disguised as a sheep, okay? Let's be clear. So it was doing this. No, none of that happens. You take a moment to catch your breath and walk over to your prey. You notice it has a sheep's coat wrapped entirely around it as if it were a highly intelligent individual using a disguise. What is odd is that it has a simple brown leather collar around it with a golden tag that reads Baron. Hey! All right, I know exactly. What have you done? So Baron was the dog we were looking for, which means now we have come back with the dog. We found the dog, we found the sheep, and we have gotten the collar, which means once we pick this up, we didn't have enough charisma, that's right. Once we pick this up, this means that we can go back to Leandra's hut. Leandra is the giant that befriended us and who asked us to go find her dog. So we go back there, we save the dog already, and bring the collar to Baron. Baron's tail wags aggressively as you show him the collar. Gently, you latch it around his neck. As the clasp latches, you swear you can see the entire leather glow for a split second. Baron leads you back, after Baron leads the flock, okay, so you have to bring the sheep back. Baron leads the flock to a gated pasture to the east of the cottage. Once the last sheep is inside, he begins to bark and point his nose towards the gate. You put together that Baron is requesting you shut the gate, and you do as the dog commands. He then leads you back to the cottage where you find a key ring hanging upon a loose nail on a post. You recall Leandra telling you to grab some wine from the cellar outside, so you do. You try a few keys until the lock pops open, and you descend down into the cellar where you grab 3 bottles of Faradorian Fine dated 2E321, a nice reward for helping the farmstead. You recover 3 bottles of Faradorian Fine. They are worth 30 gold pieces each to any vendor. There's a 10% chance, rolled by the player, that you will find an individual even more excited to procure these bottles. In that case, they are worth 50 gold a bottle. Good luck. All right. So we have got 3 wine bottles. Hell yeah. Let's add that to our inventory. Orion Fine. Wine. 30 gold each. And 10% to any vendor. Percent chance. It's 50 gold per vendor. All right. I love it. Great. That would have gone nicely with my dinner. Did you have some kind of steak or chicken or fish, Carol, I wonder? Okay. So we found what we needed to find, which means that we have now taken out all that we needed to for the forest. And that means the time has come for us to head to the mountains. It's main quest time, chat, because now we have got to go find Jack. We helped Leandro. We got back the dog. We got back the sheep. We defeated the wolf. Oh, and one thing I wanted to note, by the way, which is that, hey, what's up, Effect Life? Whoops, I need to put... Oh, no, I need to put notifications down below. No. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for the tier 2 sub, Effect Life. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Hope all is well. No problem on the lurk. So what was I going to say? So we did this. Oh, I was going to say, that's what I was going to say. So we are out of hit dice, which means that we don't really have an opportunity at the moment for a long rest. So because a short rest would not get us hit dice back, the only option that we have now is that we do have 2 healing potions. And we may need to use one of them because we're sitting at 9 hit points right now. So the question is, are we using it? Let's see, because we have 2 of them. So the question is, chat, I'm going to open this up for a regular vote. Do we take the healing potion? One of our 2. We have a second one, like I said. Or do we not do so? Because if we do, we'll be able to roll and get some hit points back, and we're below half at the moment. So we are lower. So our hit point maximum that you can see on the sheet is 23 are our current hit points. And 23 are our maximum hit points, and our current hit points are 9. So with that as an understanding, the question is, $ vote space 1, yes, let's have one of our healing potion. $ vote space 2 means do not take the healing potion. We do have 2 healing potions, so we would still have 1 left after this. And the wolf took out about 10 hit points from us. We got hit for 10 hit points. Because it hit us twice. That's correct. The standard one, yes. So it'll be 2d4 plus 2. So this will heal 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So we could get pretty close to full if we got lucky. But even if we were, well, if we're terribly unlucky, we'll only get 4 hit points. Probably 6 or 7 hit points, something like that would be my guess. Okay, hang on a second. All right, I'll block that. Okay. That's exactly, Jay. That is the concern. Agreed. Okay. So we are going to drink it. So now, Caro, if you would be so kind as to roll 2d4, and then we're going to add 2. So 2d4 plus 2. Actually, I think you can do that all in one roll. I think you can roll 2d4 plus 2 on this thing. Oh, 7. I was so confused about what I was looking at for a minute. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's above what the average would be. Okay, so excellent. So that means we're at 7, which means that we are now sitting at 16, which is good. $16, lovely. Yeah, the 1 was too bad, but still though, I'll take it. 16 means we're not likely to get one shot killed, at least these things. All right, good stuff. You were on a simple-minded task, it says, simple-minded, to reach the mountains. If Jack made a base anywhere, it's logical to think he would use such sturdy natural terrain. After a good long land navigation, you have found yourself at the base of the mountains. They tower far taller than the mountains that border Farador. Normally, they would disappear into the clouds, their summits lost to mystery. However, you are among the clouds. These mountains simply extend far beyond your reach, but still within your sight. You look left, find nothing but landscape. You look right and find nothing but a vast landscape. Wait a minute. You see something, a cave mouth. That is the cave mouth, according to our information, where Blunderbore is keeping Jack, which means that we must now see what we can find. And I think now we do, in fact, have a map. Yes, we do. We have an adventure map. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it could have been worse. All right, we have an adventure map. So let me bring up that map. All right, I'm going to make sure that I don't accidentally reveal something I'm not supposed to yet. So just give me a second. Now that we have an actual map here. I think it should be down here. Yes. Huzzah! I have done it. Okay. Lovely. All right. So now we're going to put this back up. All righty, and we're going to bring ourselves a, let's see. Let's get a Dragonborn, shall we? How about that? We have a Dragonborn Sorcerer. Searching my extensive purchases that I've spent hundreds of dollars on over the years. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's possible. Ooh, these are some good ones. Okay, hold on. These are some good ones. I don't entirely know why. Oh, I know why. Because for Pride Month, they had a bunch of ones. So they have. All right, I'm just going to show you this. Not quite, I think, what we're looking for. But, interesting. Okay. Let's go with... I think I'm trying to decide which one of these to choose, but I think I know which one we should do here. All right, I think you're all going to like this one. There you go. Not bad, right? So now we're going to drop it down to a reasonable level. And here we are. Okay. So now we have our map. And actually, I think I might try to expand this map a little bit. And let me reconfigure the screen a little bit. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do the adventure title text. We're going to move over here. Hey, Big Boss. How are you, Big Boss? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. How is everything in the cradle of Western philosophy, the birthplace of much of what the Western world holds dear? Okay, we're going to move this over. I'm going to put this here. And we're going to move this down here, and we're going to uncut that. Oh, that's very true. And what a very you know what, Big Boss? You know who would say that? A person from the cradle of Western philosophy. I'm like, what about this? You're like, let me give you a super awesome philosophical comment. I'm like, exactly. Check and mate. We all share the same sky. It's so true. And if only more people recognized that fact. Honestly, Big Boss. All right. But more people are beginning to recognize it, I think. Okay. There we go. So now we are set. We have the map expanded a little bit. You will see more of the map. And we are sitting... Welcome back, Jay. We are sitting at the entrance to a cave. We have finally gotten to our adventure map, which is good. And again, we are trying to rescue Jack. We know that Blunderbore has Jack in here someplace, so we're about to see what's here. You have finally reached the entrance to the cave to find a foreboding sign. A pile of rather human-looking bones lies scattered across the entryway. However, you do spot a wooden scroll case within the bone pile. The rest of the cave entrance seems rather normal. The cave paths inside look roughly 10 feet wide and 20 feet tall. Some moss grows near the entrance in craggy crevices, but as the light fades inside, so too, it seems, does life. Okay. All right. Let me change the music up here. We need something a little bit more exploratory. What do you got by way of a cave, tabletop audio? Maybe this or maybe this. All right. Let's see what our options are. Goblin's Cave. That's pretty good. Sounds like the set of a joke, indeed. Okay. So, here we go. You have two options then. One is to proceed into the cave. That's option number one. Option number two is to retrieve and open the scroll case. So let me pull that up here. Where are my polls at? There we go. $ vote space 1 means we proceed into the cave. $ vote space 2 means we retrieve and open the scroll case. What should we do? Proceed on says best not mess with anything quite yet. That's the option 1. And then option 2 is what could be inside. If you wish to retrieve and open the scroll case, see area 1A. The scroll case could be a trap. Let's pick it up. All right. Let's see what happens as we move into the last call. $sign vote space 1, proceed into the cave. $sign vote space 2, pick up and open the scroll case. Going once. Going twice. All right. Picking up the scroll case. You brush a few bones away to find a standard-sized, for humans, wooden scroll case. You dust off the lid, pop it open, turn it over, and out slides a scroll. You unravel it to reveal a map of a cave system. A cave system, which means I get to reveal this entire area. Kablam! We have found a map. You check the entrance chamber against what you find on the map to discover a match. It seems the map you have found will lead the way. But just before you head in deeper, you notice the bones at your feet have begun to rattle. They begin to form together, creating an animated skeleton. Oh no! All right. It's skeleton time, y'all. All right, so we need to roll initiative. So, Caro, this would be D20 plus 1 for our initiative. Told you it was a trap. Well, you did say nice first, though. You're like, nice. I mean, clearly a trap. Skeleton. Okay. Okay. So we are looking at, there we go, 13, okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what he rolls. All right, he's going to roll a 9. We rolled a 13, so yeah, so that means that we're going first, which is good. All right, which means we have a decision to make. I should have kept this open. All right, so do we cast? We have one slot left, although we could... So blur, to make it harder for it to hit us, we have one slot left. We do, with our sorcery points, have enough to create another spell slot. But, so we could cast blur, one slot left. We could cast magic missile, one slot left. We could use... cast Ray of Frost. We could use our Dragon Breath. We have one uses of those left. Or run like hell. But if we run like hell, that means we're leaving, which means the game's over. So I don't know that we can really do that. So let's just go with these. So, $ vote space 1 means we cast Blur. That would give them disadvantage to hit us. 1 slot left on that. $ vote space 2 means we cast Magic Missile. We have 1 slot left of those, but it is, of course, an automatic hit. $ vote space 3 is cast Ray of Frost. That's a ranged spell attack, so that's D20 plus 3 to hit this skeleton. $ vote space 4 means we use Dragon Breath. First of all, it can do a fair bit of damage. Secondly, even if it saves, it still takes half damage. Or $ vote space 5 is attack with a quarterstaff. You suspect this will be a low-level enemy? Could be. Could be. Although we have been elsewhere in the adventure before this, but you're right that this is the sort of dungeon delve of it. So we don't get infinite blurs. No, this is a second-level spell. We used one of them last fight. So if we cast Blur, that uses up our last second-level spell. Now, again, we do have sorcery points, so we could theoretically use those sorcery points to create another spell slot, theoretically. Yeah, it's like the boss skeleton. It's like, I am Blunderbore Skeleton Raw. Could be. All right, I have a vote for Ray of Frost. I have a vote for attack with quarterstaff. 2 votes for attack with quarterstaff. It's a buck and a quarterstaff. 3 votes. Aha. Chat is feeling confident. Oh, also, I'm sorry. Sorry. Give me 1 second to check something. Yeah, now, I was about to say that we could use our dagger instead because it's +3 instead of +2 to hit. However, a skeleton is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, and that is exactly what the quarterstaff does. If we hit with the quarterstaff, we will essentially do double damage to the skeleton with that hit. So the dagger has a 1 better to hit, but is just normal damage, whereas a quarterstaff is if we hit double damage. Ray of Frost is a cantrip. We can cast that as many times as we like. Ray of Frost is as much as we like, but it's a cantrip. So it's not as strong, but we can cast it as much as we like. A difference from the Jack Vancian systems of the originals, where once you were out of Magic Missile, it was all darts and all knives all the time, basically. Yep, Ray of Frost is a cantrip. All right, last call. It's exactly. It's a little baby Ray. Yeah, freeze it and it shatters. That's fair. All right. Okay, so now, here we go. So, Caro, we are looking at a D20 +2 to hit. D20 plus hit. Let's roll high. An 8. That is unfortunately not going to do it. The skeleton knocks the staff out of the way and then heads in to make its own attack, looking at us with great balefulness of purpose. It reaches out to punch us. Reach out to punch us. Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. But it misses. It does not hit us because it rolls a 13 and it needs a 14. So we miss. Or rather, it misses. I mean, we also miss, but... All right. Okay, next round. Still attacking it. What do we think, chat? It did miss us, so... $ vote space 1, we cast Blur. That would give it disadvantage on attack rolls against us. 2, cast Magic Missile. 3, cast Ray of Frost. 4, use Dragon Breath. 5, attack with our quarterstaff. So same exact thing as we had last round. Technically, we also could cast Chromatic Orb, but Chromatic Orb is not as useful, I think, as Magic Missile in this case. Because Chromatic Orb... First of all, I think that's a ranged spell attack. Yeah, it is a ranged spell attack. Whereas the Magic Missile absolutely hits, so... Yes. Ranged spell attack for the Ray of Frost as well, yes. If it hits, it does 1d8, but you do have to make a ranged spell attack. And our bonus is +3, because it's based on charisma. So d20 +3. We bonk. We can bonk if we want to. We can bonk this guy's behind. Well, the roll does hit a little better, but it does only 1 to 8 points of damage. The quarterstaff is a little worse to hit, but if it hits, we'll do double damage. So there's trade-offs, yeah. Again, neither one of these is a bad choice given that trade-off. But, like, theoretically, if we hit with the quarterstaff, we could one-shot kill this thing, theoretically. Whereas we definitely won't do that with the Ray of Frost because it has, I think, 13 points of damage, or 13 hit points, rather. I think. So, yeah, 13 hit points. So. All right, last call, last call, last call. Going once. Going twice. All right. Quarterstaff attack. All right, once more, Caro, we're looking for a d20 +2. We can do it. I believe in you as well. We all believe in you, Caro. Hey, see? See? All we had to do was believe. All right, now, because it's vulnerable, the quarterstaff is 1d8 bludgeoning damage, but this is 2d8 because it's vulnerable. So 2d8 bludgeoning damage against this thing. Let's smack this thing into next week. So 6 total damage, all right? So it is knocked down to 7 stamina. Oops, 7. 7 damage. All right, all right. Well, all right, all right, all right. Okay, now it is going to attack us. Ugh, that is going to hit, though, with an 18. And it's going to do 3 points of damage to us with its fist. Smack. So we are now sitting at 13 hit points. It's always the second die, I know, right? Okay, we're back up to the top of the round. We did hit it, so it's down now to 7 points of stamina. So now, keeping that in mind, what would you like to do, chat? Same options that we had before. That's true, yeah, seriously. Same options we had before. Do we want to cast Blur? Do we want to cast Magic Missile? Do we want to cast Ray of Frost, use Dragon Breath, or attack with the quarterstaff? So it's down to 7 now. So, you know, I could see it going either way. Like, the bludgeoning vulnerability is, on the one hand, maybe not as necessary because it's down lower in hit points. However, it also makes it much more likely that if we hit it, we kill it this turn, because then all we would need to do is basically roll, you know, a 7 on 2 dice, and we have, it's a better than 50% chance that we would kill it this turn, if I'm understanding my statistics properly. Or are we Age or are we not? We bonk. I'm thinking about in the Shadow Cruise community D&D, Yoi Gawain Lin's character, Peach, always it does the bonk. All right, I see people have grown enamored of the quarterstaff. Y'all just want to secretly be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which was the turtle that used the staff? Was it Leonardo who used the bow staff? Because one of them uses the blades, right? One of them uses the nunchucks. One of them uses, I think, swords, maybe? Katanas. And then one of them uses the bow staff. I can't remember which one is which, though. It's Donatello that used the staff? Okay. I knew about the staff thing for the interwebs, yeah. For two reasons. One, because I used to read Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I watched the cartoons sometimes as well. But also because I played the very difficult beat-em-up game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It wasn't very difficult if you could just pump quarters into it nonstop, but otherwise it was difficult. And you would fight these creatures, and I always liked the bow staff, although my favorite was the one with the nunchucks. Mostly because that was what Bruce Lee used, and I was a big fan of Bruce Lee. Still am to this day. All right, we're attacking with the quarterstaff. All right, Caro, one more time. Second verse, same as the first. Let's hit this thing. Let's blow this popsicle stand. We hit ourselves in the face with the quarterstaff, I think is what actually happens. Okay. Leo is katanas. Say's Michelangelo's nunchucks. So the Say's, the SAIS, those are the like trident blades, right? No, Caro, no, you just hit last time. Why would you do that? You just hit it the last time. Okay. Right. It is going to roll. It's going to roll an 11, so it will miss us this time. So it's fine. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. All right. It missed us. So we are okay. Yeah, those are those. Okay, those are cool. Those were cool because you could move them one way or the other. You could I remember you could juggle the enemies using those, I guess they're called Says. I want to note, nobody said to Caro that they believed in him before this last roll where he missed. Whereas the turn before, J-Rab did say that he believed. Sais, is that what it is? Okay, Sais, okay. Sais. That's cool. I don't think I knew that's what that was called. That is what led to John Mayer's favorite song, Say What You Need to Say. 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 Famous song. Yeah, it's true. Can we just kind of put scraps of leather armor on them or something? All right, last call on this attacking with the quarterstaff thing. All right, going once. Going, excuse me, going twice. All right, we're going to attack with our quarterstaff. Now, everyone remember, how do we hit before Caro rolls? How do we make sure that Caro is going to hit? How do we do this? No, see? You rolled, no, see? You rolled before we believed in you, though. We rolled before we believed. Roll that again, Caro. Prince Justin had to, yeah. No. You have to roll again. You had to wait till we believe in you. Roll that again. I'm convinced this is true. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see? Prince Justin believed, and pow. That is a metaphor for life, by the way. Don't jump into something. Wait for someone to believe in you. No. I said we need to be able to believe first before the roll. That's not a re-roll. It was not an official roll yet. All right, so we're going to roll a D8. 2D8 because of bludgeoning for this one, Carol. Normally, of course, I would not allow a re-roll. This is different, though. We said I was making a point about belief. So I'm making an executive decision. Yes, that's true. And we believe in you on this damage roll also. A note of protest. What are you, representing the skeleton? Listen, Arv, I have a bone to pick with you, okay? Okay. 5, which I think, how much is that left on the guy? I don't think that's quite enough, is it? He's down to 2. 3, 2. Okay. Not quite dead, but he's down to 2. All right. So now he is going to attack us again. He rolls a 7. He is rolling terribly. My last rolls have been 13, 11. I had 13, then I had 18, which is the one he hit us, then an 11, then a 7. So far, so good for the home team, as they say. All right, so here we go. Top of the round, the skeleton's really messed up. So do we want to, again, cast Blur? Magic Missile, Ray of Frost, Dragon Breath, or Quarterstaff. Now, this time, remember, though, chat, remember, if you say attack with Quarterstaff, we're going to give you an option between Quarterstaff and the dagger because, or Ray of Frost for that matter, because don't forget, now we don't have the bludgeoning damage issue anymore. Because it's only got, what has it got, 2 points left? So, I mean, I guess you could argue that if you roll a 1 on damage, then it will still be dead because it would have a minimum of 2, I guess. But it's less likely to hit. So I am going to give you the option, if you vote for Quarterstaff, to see if you want to attack with daggers. Because daggers won't do as much damage, but you have a +3 on the dagger attack instead of a +2. I mean, listen, I don't blame you for liking a Quarterstaff. Also, that is fair. Yeah. But I totally understand. Ray of Frost is the same logic, by the way, because it's also a +3. So either one's the same. So if people want to do the Ray of Frost instead of the thing, because you have a slightly better chance to hit, but it will be less damage, but he also has less damage to be done to him. So, up to you. We could also cast Magic Missile, which guarantees that he dies, but that uses up the last slot. Or we could cast Dragon Breath, which even on a save, he would still take half damage. So again, he dies, but that's only one use. We only have one of those, so you can't bonk with a knife. Cast Blur? Now? All right, we have Blur, we have Ray of Frost, we have Attack with Quarterstaff. There's a buck in the quarterstaff. Buck in the quarterstaff. Okay. All right, last call. And as I say, both good options, but it is, since the hit points are down low enough, you know, there is some reasonable logic to this other approach. I'm unmobile. No, it's fine. I thought for a minute that you were going to be our resident dragon spear for the afternoon, Echo, or you were going to be like, here, have this. Okay, going once. Going twice. Okay. All right, Ray of Frost it is. So this one is D20 plus 3. D20 plus 3, Caro. Wait, before you roll, though, chat, what do we do before Caro rolls? There you go. All right, good. Now you can roll. Someone has believed in him. As much as Nisiana can believe. Ooh, yes. That is just enough. Literally on the number. Just enough. So, good stuff. Now we just need damage. So, go ahead and roll 1d8. Hey, what's up, Triffid? That's all right. It's just enough. It's on the number. It's okay. You're rolling just a straight 1d8 for this one. We believe in crits. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It might be something different. A 6. And down goes, as it says in Pokemon Stadium, there goes the battle. All right, the skeleton is destroyed. Well done. Well done. We did it. And let's end that and turn that Goblin's Cave back up. Okay, so it was a little bit dicey, almost literally dicey. But the good news is we got through it, and not only did we get through it, but now we have this full and open map. So let's take a look at this map for a second. So we have gotten the open map to the whole cave. So as I'm looking at this thing, obviously you don't see the numbers, but my guess is that Jack is probably going to be like here, right? Like you would think that Jack would be in like the farthest away spot. I don't know though, but at least we know where the map is. So we know that we've got like water, some kind of pool up here. We've got some kind of a weird bed thing and a campfire maybe up here. We've got crossroads here, some stream up here. We've got, I don't know what this is or what that is. It looks like debris. We've got some kind of pool down here. Not sure what the deal is with this. Then we've got this with the river to the north and whatever this kind of like forested, I don't know, this bush area. Maybe it's ash to the south. And then up here. So anyway, that's something to think about because we now know where we actually are. Okay. So we've done the thing. And so we are now in need of a light source, whether it is a torch, a lantern, dark vision, etc. So yeah, we do not have we do have a torch though. So we can use a torch. So we have like ways to light ourselves up. All right, so we got a torch. That's right, I know, and I was wondering about that myself, Jay, but we'll figure it out, I guess, when we get there. Okay, so we're holding aloft a torch, right? So you walk 70, 80, 90, 100 feet further into the cave. The light has now faded, and the cold of the earth has set in. You pause for a moment before a small pond just in front of you. That would be there. Ahead on a pedestal, let me zoom in. Ahead on a pedestal is a golden statue of a chicken. Perhaps a rooster? Ah, a golden statue of a hen rests upon the pedestal. A quick investigation of the water reveals it to be relatively shallow with a depth of only about a foot. So do we want to proceed deeper into the cave, or do we want to investigate the hen? All right, chat. $ vote space 1 means we proceed deeper into the cave. $ vote space 2 means we investigate the hen. Yeah, no, not a head on a pedestal, a hen. We're not chickening out. There might be loot. Well, you know, birds of a feather, right, Imaginary? There's no need for us to wing it. I mean, to ignore this creature might be foul, you know. But it's not like we're going to hunt and peck. I mean, we just, you know. I didn't mean to egg you on, but like good times. Praise the chicken. It would be funny if this is Jack. Like she's like, "Oh, I never said it was like a real human being. It was just Jack, my 25-year-old hen." Feathering his nest. Yeah. Exactly. All right. You wade through the water and approach the hen. And there's actually, chat, I think I have a picture of this. Just give me a second here. I have a picture of this hen. Hang on just a second. Right. There's here, this, crop, save as, up, then into up the beanstalk. Okay. This is what you see, chat. Can you see what I see? Okay, here we go. Hang on. Here we go. Yeah. That's right. It's a hen. Blood sacrifice to pacify the dark hen god. We need to save the chicken. Who put the boar? There it is, right? There's the hen. You wade through the water and approach the hen. Upon closer inspection, you find that the hen seems to be melded into this white marble circular pedestal that reaches out of the ground below. There are no etchings, runes, or other markings of any kind anywhere. Simply a plain golden hen. All right, now we're going to see whether we have an item. And we do not have an item that it says. So that means we have two choices, which is that we can either touch the hen, what's the worst that can happen, or leave. So, chat, do we... $ vote space 1, we touch the hen. $ vote space 2, we leave. What are we doing? We touching the hen, or we leaving the hen? $ vote space 1, touch the hen. $ vote space 2, leave the hen. As we're henned in on every side. I wouldn't touch the hen. I love how every one of you is like, nope, nope. We want to see what the hen is. We are not touching the freaking hen. This is cursed. This hen is cursed. We are cursed to be thinking of touching the hen. This looks hengerous, as Imaginary says. We might get henpecked, as Prince Justin says. That's hilarious. You're all like, let's look at it. Hell no, we're not touching it. Or rather, hen no, we're not touching it. Oh, my God. It's so funny. Oh, man. All right. Going once. Going twice. Our parents raised us well. Exactly. You leave the super powerful hen, which would have given us all kinds of... No. All right. You leave it behind. No more hen for you. All right. Down we go. On to Area 3 of the map. Since that's all the only option is. Area 3. Okay. And remember, we do have a map now, which is good. The path is interrupted by a 4-way intersection. The path leads to the north. That's this way. Northeast. That's where we just came from. Southeast. That's down this way. And southwest. Now, the good news is because we have this map, we can actually see where we're going. So here's the map, chat. Based upon this, do we go... Hang on a second. I'm just going to put this into... There we go. Up the beanstalk. Combat pole. Okay, I'm saving the pole. Then I'm clearing all. So, should we go north? That's up towards Area 5. Do we go northeast? which is back where we came from? That's area 2. Do we go south? That's area 4. Or do we go southwest, which is an airline? No, which is area 10. So what do we think? So $ vote space 1 is north. That would bring us up to number 5. $ vote space 2 was northeast. That would bring us right back to where we just came from. $ vote space 3 is south. That would bring us to area. So south, I should say, south is directly south. You confuse me a little bit because the campfire is. If you want to see the campfire, that's direct south, Jay. So $ vote space 3 would be south if you want to go down there. And southwest, which is what Prince Justin put in, is towards area 10. So $ vote space 1 is towards number 5. $ vote space 2 is towards number 2. $ vote space 3 is towards number 4, directly south of us. And $ vote space 4 is southwest towards the number 10. So there we go. Let's see the sorry remains of the fellow who did indeed touch that chicken. He's just sitting there with his finger out, like, and there's just attached to a feather, and he's like he's seen the face of hen. I want you all to know that Sherbert right now is lying on the floor of my office and is like out of range of the camera and is very nervous about what you're all deciding to do. Like he's just. It may look like he's asleep and breathing calmly and enjoying himself in a nice nap, but, you know. No, Jay, we do not. We are not on the clock as far as I know. I don't know whether there'll be an internal one that pops up within this cave, but no. Oh, the tension in the cat is, yeah, I mean. Okay, so we're going to go south in accordance with chat. All right. You come across what is undoubtedly an abandoned campsite. It could have been Jack's. It could have been another's, but what you do know is that it has not been used for many years. But no advanced investigation is required to discover a potion of healing buried within a backpack tucked into the bedroll. How odd that it was there. Perhaps someone hid it on purpose. No matter, it is yours now. When you are ready, you can return to 3. See? There you go. All right, totally worth it. So that means that we have a second. So we're back to having a second potion of healing. We have 13 out of 23. Okay, so the question is, chat, since we have 13 out of 23, you could just tell me this. We don't need to do a vote for this one. You can just tell me in chat. It makes sense to use the potion, one of those potion of healings now, right? Because we're out of hit dice, so we can't get anything from a short rest. We're not going to be able to do a long rest inside this cave. If you do 2d4 plus 2, maximum would be 10 points, which would bring us back to our current maximum. So it makes sense to just use the potion of healing, right? Because we have a second one already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but well, it does not say that we're allowed to do a long rest here. Presumably, Jay, it's likely we would get interrupted. Because, you know, it's not like we have anyone to hold watch. I mean, we guess we could go back and sit, you know, ask the hen nicely if it could guard us, but, you know. Yeah, otherwise we would. I wonder if we have a really, maybe it's like fine wine imaginary, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to use the potion. So, Caro, could I have you roll? First of all, just to be clear, I'm sure we all believe in Caro. But could we get 2d4 plus 2, please, to see how much gets healed of this potion that we just discovered? What's the worst that could happen? Okay. 7. This time it was the first die. All right. So 7 means that we are now up to 20. Which, to be clear... Oops. No. Hang No, no, no. Too much. Nope, too much. Alright, that should be fine. So our current hit points are going to be... not 23, 20. Lovely. Okay. It's angry that we got rid of the potion miscibility table. Oh my god, I do remember that table. And yes, that was scary times. I haven't thought about that for a long time, the potion miscibility table. Okay, so now, chat, we're going to go up top. We probably are going to have... We're going to be here for another 10 to 15 minutes, I would guess, before I have to start getting ready, before we have to have our final vote for the Chat Shows Game of the Month. So about another 10, 15 minutes or so. So we're going to move ourselves up here, having found what we needed. So now, chat, all we need are the decision between... We've already gone south, so we're going to clear that now. All right. So now the choices are $ vote space 1 means that we go north to area 5. $ vote space 2 means we go to the northeast. That's where we came from originally, though, with the hen. And $ vote space 3 means we go southwest towards number 10. So as you can see on your map, $ vote space 1 goes towards 5. $ vote space 2 goes towards 2. And $ vote space 3 goes towards 10. I'm not coming anywhere near that chicken. The chicken is super cursed, according... It's so cursed. So incredibly cursed. It's so cool that we found a map here, which makes this a little bit easier for, like... And it's literally, it was just like, if you stick around, you get the map, but then you have to fight this skeleton. But I think it was worth it. I mean, well worth it, it feels like to me. All right, I'm going to last call this because it looks like people are pretty determined to go southwest. I want that tenor. All right, going once. Oh, I already did last call, sorry. Going twice. Double last call. Went to my 4. Yeah, I mean, I can also understand wanting to, you know, like move towards the main, you know, event. If assuming, and again, I don't know because I didn't read this, obviously. Like, I don't know if that area is where Jack is being held. I'm just taking a guess. All right. So we're going to go southwest towards number 10. Okay. So the path is interrupted by a 3-way intersection. Okay. Path leads to the northeast, southwest, and south. All right. So you can all now see, as I move this over a little bit, what we're looking about now. So, I move this up here. Okay, so we can move to the northeast. And the northeast is going to bring us back to area 3. We could go to the southeast. Really should say east, honestly. And that'll leave us to area 11. Or we could go west, which will lead us to area 12. So there are our choices. It's kind of, well, it's a 2-way, but if you count the original that you came from, so $ vote space 1 would be going back to area 3. $ vote space 2 would be going east to area 11. And $ vote space 3 would be going to west to area 12. Yeah. Because now we know all the spot. We don't want to miss anything, right? Now we're just like, but what if I miss loot? We know where they are. Okay. All right, last call for this one. Northeast to 3, east to 11, or west to 12. Okay. Not letting anything get behind us. I hear that. All right. So there we go. We are going to go east by the will of chat. So we go to number 11. Oh, what an exciting entry. Here's what 11 says. You come across a large pile of rubble blocking the path ahead. Seems to be a dead end. There is nothing of note in this chamber. Leave. Rubbish. Okay. All right, so there's nothing there. Great. I see how it is. All right. We will need every last thing. Wah, wah. All right. So now we're back at 10. So $ vote space 1 is back to area 3. And that's northeast to 3. $ vote space 2 is west to area 12. So $ vote space 1 is northeast to 3. $ vote space 2 is west to area 12. That's really funny. I was just like, oh, I'll see what it says. Oh, there's literally nothing there. Okay, well, that's... Okay. All right. I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to last call this quickly because we're on board. Okay, so we're going west to area 12. Now, something interesting here, chat. If I zoom in a bit, here's what it says. Entering this chamber, you find a unique discovery in the southwest corner. You pause for a moment before a small pond just before you. Ahead on a pedestal is a golden statue of a chicken. Perhaps a rooster? Ah, a golden statue of a hen rests upon the pedestal. A quick investigation of the water reveals it to be relatively shallow with a depth of only about a foot. It's another hen. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Die hen with a vengeance. Okay. So now the question is, do we go, now that you've seen that, let me zoom out a bit. What? Oh, sorry. All right, so do we proceed north to Area 9? That's Area 9. Do we proceed east? That's back to Area 10. Or do we investigate the hen? We go back, we never return, we let Jack figure it out on his own. So there we go. And in answer to the question, if I zoom out entirely, it doesn't look like there's another hen in this map. There's one hen bottom left and there's one hen here. Let me move that over a little bit. There's one hen here, and there's one hen here. And it looks like those are the only two hens in this map. There might be a chance we have to touch both hens. So what do we think? $ vote space 1, we proceed north. That's number 9 on your map. $ vote space 2 means we proceed east. That means we go back to area 10 on your map, where we came from. And $ vote space 3 means we investigate this hen. Touch the cursed hen god statue in the first place. That is true. We did get prompted. That is right. But that was the first one. This does not give us that option yet until we get to the investigate part. Okay. I see we have some difference of opinion. People are like, I don't know, cursed hen. Other people are like, hey. trying to egg us on. We don't want the yoke to be on us, you know. Sort of a shell of our former selves anyway. We don't want to be scrambling for things. This game will be over easy, you know. Someone else might poach this thing, and there is no third hen statue north. No, doesn't look like it. This is only the 2 statues of hens on the map. I don't think so. I don't think there's one up here. Let me see. I don't think there is, although it's a little hard to say because the map is not super detailed, so like it's super pixelated. I guess there could be, but it doesn't look like it. And there's definitely not a hen over here, which is the other area with water. It's under the bed. Yeah. All right, we got a tie vote, chat. What are we going to do? Closing in on our last vote of the day, so what's it going to be? All right, imaginary exponent. The vote is whether to go north towards number 9 from where we are in 12, Echo. That's 1. To go back east is to go back towards number 10. And $sign vote space 3 is to investigate this hen, which looks like the other hen that we found before. So that's what we got. All right, we're going to last call this. We're going to investigate the hen. All right. When we wade through the water and approach the hen, upon closer inspection, you find that the hen seems to be melded into this white marble circular pedestal that reaches out of the ground below. There are no etchings, runes, or other markings of any kind anywhere, simply a plain golden hen. Now it says to touch the hen is choice 1. If you have the bag of holding found in this adventure in inventory, which we do not have, so it's just touch the hen or leave. So simple vote. $sign vote space 1 means we touch the hen. $sign vote space 2 means we leave. Last time you all bailed out on the cursed hen, as you saw it on the other side. $sign vote space 1 is touch the hen. $sign vote space 2 means leave. Close vote, close vote. People are like, no. This hen is as henny as that hen, unless we must have. Okay, going once. Going twice. Okay, so we are going to leave the hen behind. We went here. We went back. And so now, this will probably be our last vote of the day here. The question is, chat, do we go north to number 9? That's $sign vote space 1. Or do we go east to number 10, which is where we came from? That's $sign vote space 2. So $sign vote space 1 is north to 9. $sign vote space 2 is east to 10. And we came from 10 originally. If you waded through water to get to one hen, is it a hen tie? That is potentially troubling. Which is why we're not touching it. We've seen enough hen tie to know where this is going, theoretically. Every so often I have this experience of looking around and having a double take where I feel like all of a sudden my cat has, vanished and become another cat. But this is just the second cat. So Sherbert was up here, then he went back downstairs. I looked over, and here's Ganesh. Hey, Ganesh. You gonna stay up with us? Blink. Yeah. There's no one up there. You like that cat tree? He's like, look, I'm just gonna groom myself over here. Hen nights, that's true. Okay. All right, we're gonna proceed north. Okay. So here we go. That was the last vote. Let's see what happens up here. North to 9. The ground rattles before you ever so softly. Perhaps you felt larger rumbles, but this one is certainly noticeable. An earthquake in the clouds? Absolutely not, you think to yourself as you swing around to find a miniature earth elemental rushing your position. Now, it says that there's an appendix with new monsters here, and I want to see if I can find that appendix because I really would love to know what exactly let's see. Miniature earth elemental. Can burrow through non-magical unmarked earth and stone, can slam, but it's a miniature earth elemental, and it is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. It is immune to poison, and it cannot be exhausted, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, or knocked unconscious. A miniature earth elemental. So it's a cute earth elemental. It's like a soupçon of an elemental, you know? I'm curious if it has this. No, okay, I didn't think so. So, then what about this? Rolled up with its tiny fists. Yeah, that wants to pummel us. I mean, it says slam, but that's a little ambitious, right? Okay, that's one. Let's see. Perfect. Look at this. See, it's an earth elemental, but it's just... Hey, you! We can force it to be our pet. But we are not going to fight it today, chat. That is a good place for us to stop. We have made, not only do we make excellent progress, but what this means is that next session will be our last session of this game, one way or the other, because we made such good progress even in getting through here. So, okay, we found Leandra's guard dog. So save point is going to be Chapter 4. And we are in Area 9. My pleasure. Thank everybody for being here with this. Chapter 4 and 9. I'm going to save this. Hold on a second as it processes. PDF 24. Dragonspear gets credit for this because he was the one who told me about this thing. That this thing is much more useful than a regular Adobe PDF, and he's right, it is. There's all kinds of cool stuff. And all right. So good stuff, chat. Next time we play in a couple of months of this particular one, we will finish it up. And then we will be back to another D&D with viewers. That'll be in June. And then we would be back to another D&D with viewers in August. Okay, it's processed the job. That's great. And we're going to say March 24th, 2026. Great. Okay. Good stuff, all. This is PDF Creator. Highly recommend. Actually, PDF Toolbox, I think, is the actual name of it. PDF 24 Creator, that's the name. It has all kinds of things that it can do. The PDF Creator, actually, you can use... let's get rid of this. PDF Creator, you can merge PDFs together. You can edit them. You can compress them. You can convert something to a PDF or a PDF to something else. You can extract a single page from a PDF and a whole bunch of other things, and it's all open source, which is a lot better than everything that has ever been done by Adobe in the history of its creation. So, yeah. Not an online service. No, it is a program. It is an open source program. It is not an online website thing. Nope. So, okay. Now, last thing is, before I let you folks go, this one, folks, get your votes in because I'm going to be playing this next Tuesday. And this is going to be the game that we're doing, and the choices are between Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer, Tactical Breach Wizards, and Tiny Bookshop. So as of right now, Tactical Breach Wizards is in the lead. Tiny Bookshop is in second. Kathy Rain 2 is in third. So get your votes in. And so, yeah. Yeah, that's true. But the PDF itself is not... because I always get nervous about the website converters because I always wonder if it's actually holding on to my data or, like scraping it for use of something else. You know what I mean, Big Boss? So that's why I think this one is a good one. And again, Dragon Spear was the one who suggested, and it was really great. Yeah, this one I really like. Again, it's not perfect, Caro, but for the most part, pretty successful. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Dragon Spear. Speak of the devil. Speak of the dragon. 103 months. Dragon Spear has appeared just in time for me to praise him for suggesting what he suggested with this PDF creator. It's good stuff, man. You suggested the PDF tool. Yeah. And it really is good. I really like it. And it's made it easier when I want to adjust a PDF or like pull a page from it or combine it, because Adobe is just constantly getting in the way. Or it's like, why don't you pay us $20 a month? And I'm like, why don't you get bent? Actually, because I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I think like I'm very impressed with all that it's able to do, basically what it's capable of doing. Pretty successfully. So oh, is that true? It's not a Oh, ISO is still proprietary. Okay. Y'all are way above my pay grade. I have no idea whether or not these things are proprietary. So I believe as a PDF reader, use Foxit. Ah. Well, the interesting thing, right, is that a lot of the browsers, I think like, Firefox can open PDFs. I know that Microsoft Edge can, although, again, no. But, yeah. So I was just thinking about that. Interesting. See, I didn't know about this. Foxit is Windows only. I use Windows, but if you mean it is not Linux available. But then, right, so then, but PDF Creator, I think, Dragonspear would know, handles all of these things. I don't even know if it's available on Mac or in Linux. You would think that an open source thing like PDF Creator, you would think would be available. Like you'd think they would make a Linux version, wouldn't you, or a Mac version? Maybe not. Okay, so last call, everybody. Going once on that next game. Going twice on the next game. Oh, sorry. It's called PDF Gear. I'm sorry. I can never remember what it is. Because mine just says Open PDF 24. It says PDF 24 Toolbox. And then it has like organize, merge, compress, edit, convert to PDF, convert PDF to something else, protect it with a password, which is cool. You can unlock a PDF, split a PDF, rotate them, remove them, extract them, sort them, put them in a stew. Oh, PDF 24, that plus tools. Ah, okay. Interesting, yeah. It's too bad about the other, but I really, ever since Dragon told me about it, it really is useful. So I have used it for PDF things. Okay, going once, going twice. All right, chat, we are sold. Close vote, but Tactical Breach Wizards is going to win. So Tactical Breach Wizards, I will play next Tuesday. Looking forward to giving it a shot. Just beating out Tiny Bookshop and Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer. But fear not, you can nominate those again in future months. Like I've said many times, almost always when these get nominated multiple times, eventually they win. Eventually I play them. So you can feel free to keep doing that, but it's going to be Tactical Breach Wizards next Tuesday, which should be a good time. Because this is the final vote. Yeah, we do, because we started it last week, so this is the final vote. Yeah. So there we go. Good stuff. And I had fun today, and I'm glad we had fewer numbers at the beginning, but then we started picking it up, so that was good. So thank you all for doing that. For those of you who are not here, so we are heading over at 4 p.m. today to GOG.com to play Evoland. Let me just confirm something, by the way. Hold on a second. Let me just confirm. Okay, yeah. So it will definitely be Evoland 2. As we continue that game. I'm moving into the end game of that thing. And then I will be off tonight. Wednesday I'll be off as well. I got a lot of work to get done. Thursday I will be back with Winterboro. And Saturday will be more Winterboro. And Saturday will probably wrap up Winterboro, I think. Especially if I eat my Wheaties on Thursday, then we should be able to wrap up Winterboro on Saturday. And that's cool because the next game up on the list to play, video game wise, is Super Mario RPG from Square. Everyone has always talked about what a cool game it is, and I never played it. So for the first time, I'm going to play an actual, legit, not just Mario being Mario, Super Mario RPG. I'm going to be playing next, which is going to be cool. So that's going to be fun. But right now, I'm going to head over to GOG.com at the top of the hour to play Evoland 2. So I am excited about that. So with all of that said, no, Super Mario, not paper RPG, no, a video game RPG. The Super Mario RPG was remastered for Switch and maybe also Steam now that I think of it, but it came out a while ago and has been remastered since. So I have never played it. And I've been thinking about giving it a shot, and I'm going to have the chance to do that since I've never had a chance to play it. So, yeah. So, but I'm going to get ready now for my stream in about a half hour. So, if you liked what you saw and heard today, I hope you will consider following the channel. I hope you will check out my YouTube with exclamation point ArvTube. Oh, no. I have also played Paper Mario. I've also played Paper Mario, which is a good game, but I've played that already. Hold on one second. All right, chat. You're going to be the first to hear this, okay? Even my wife hasn't heard this yet. All right, you ready? Are you ready for the news? This is news. Little Arv news is what this is, okay? This is Little Arv news. I need to make sure that she's not listening. Okay. All right, is chat, are you ready? Are you ready for the Little Arv news? No, I'm not getting married again. It's my daughter. Sizzling hot. Okay, so you all know that my daughter has been applying to colleges. She applied to 15 schools. Thus far, she has gotten up to this point that I'm about to mention. She had gotten into 10 of them. She was waitlisted at one, Skidmore, and she was and she has been turned down at one, Williams. She just found out today, just now, that she has gotten into Smith College, which is where my wife went. My wife's alma mater. It's the best of the schools that she's gotten into. She still has to hear from Vassar and Yale, but she did just get into that. So Smith is a very good school. And I just have to say, the reason I'm being so quiet is I don't want my wife to know because my daughter wants to tell her. My wife who went to Smith was like, I don't know, I'm really nervous because of this, that, and the other. And I said, my daughter is an exceptional student. You're forgetting the fact that she got into UConn, which is where I went. You're forgetting the fact that you went to Smith. That's got to count for something. My wife, she's a very good. She has a 398 now GPA. She's ninth in her class of about 350. She's an exceptional student. And I was like, you have to, and plus, You know my daughter, those of you who've been on this channel for a while. She's an incredible kid. She's the student poet laureate of Bridgeport and everything. So that means she got into Smith. Now, the only bad news about that, here's one little bit of bad news, which is that I only have one chance left, chat, to hold on to her because it means Smith is definitely where she would go. Because her top choices were basically Fairfield, which she got into, UConn, which she got into, Fordham, which she got into, Smith now, which she got into. The only choices above that are Vassar, and she's not going to go to Vassar over Smith because she likes Smith better, and frankly, I think they're both equal. But the only chance now, the one place she would go to over this is Yale, and she hasn't heard from Yale. That's my only chance. If she goes to Yale, she might stay home, and then we'll keep her. I'm obviously joking. I want her to go to where she's going to be happiest and where there's place. But I'm telling you all right now, I am going to struggle hardcore when she leaves. I am going to struggle hardcore because she's the light of my life and all that, right? And of course, she wanted to stay not far away, so she wasn't going to be like she didn't want to go to the West Coast or someplace else. Yeah, so that's going to be tough. But at the same time, she's also like she lives in a multi-generational household actually. Like my mother-in-law, her grandmother lives with us. I could easily see a scenario where I end up where we end up living in a multi-generational household with her down the line. She's not opposed to that at all. But she obviously has to make her own way, but it's going to be hard. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be hard. But that's great news because she's not now. Smith College is I'm being quiet because I don't want to reveal any. I don't want my wife to know until my daughter tells her. So Smith College is single sex and is women only, and my daughter doesn't love that. Like she was looking forward to more of the co-ed experience. But the thing is that Smith allows you to take classes at what are a bunch of other schools in Western Massachusetts. So like UMass Amherst, Mount Holyoke, and a bunch of other these ones. She also got into Mount Holyoke. But Smith is frankly is a little better and it's cheaper. So there's that. But beyond that, it's a very good place. I mean, like, it's a very, very good place. It's a quality place. Sylvia Plath, the famous poet, went to Smith. Obviously, I married my wife who went to Smith. Smith is a very good place, but it's sort of striking to imagine how things work in a certain direction, and what the options are that are available one way or the other. Boy. And we knew that she was going to be. They had announced that they were going to be saying it today. March 24th was the date, and my wife was super nervous because obviously my wife isn't going to be like, "How dare you not go to my alma mater?" Like wherever she wanted to go, right? But and she already had a huge success. But again, like 15 schools, she's gotten into 12, been waitlisted at 1, and rejected at 1. No, is this right? No, she's gotten into 11, waitlisted at. Well, yes, I'm sorry, gotten into 11. Waitlisted at 1, which is Skidmore, which she's not going to go to now because she'd rather go to Smith. Gotten into 11, gotten into 10, waitlisted at 1. No, gotten into 11, waitlisted at 1, and rejected at 1, and waiting to hear from 2. So, super proud of her. It's a lot different from my experience, I'm here to tell you. I applied to a grand total of 2 college, undergraduate schools, actually 3, and I got into all 3. I'm here to tell you that University of Hartford, University of Connecticut, and Drew University are not the same as those others. As it turned out, I became a good student literally my freshman year of college, and it was just much better for my mindset, and the teachers were better and everything. And so I became an exceptional student once I got to college. And that's why in graduate school I was able to, I went to Brandeis, which was a top program for my doctorate, but I was not that way undergraduate. And so she's given herself so many choices and options now that it means that she has a real, available panoply of things that she's able to do. She's also going to be taking a gap year, by the way. So she's going to be home for a year with us, which is going to be important also. Because the other thing I'm thinking about, and I'm sorry I'm taking all this extra time, but I'm excited since she just called me about it, is the effect on her brother. Everybody talks about the empty nest effect for the parents and like how the parents deal with it. And as I said, that's going to be a struggle for me and certainly for my wife too. But it's also a struggle for her brother because Mini Arv and little Arv, like they love each other, right? Like that's going to be hard for him. So honestly, her being around another year, it's going to be easier for him to deal with this when he's 10 going on 11 than when he's 9 going on 10. Actually, she would be September, so he'd be 10 by then. So it'll be easier when he's 11 than when he's 10. To do that. So anyway, so you all were the first to hear it. Now you're not allowed to tell my wife, okay? No one go find Mrs. Arv. There's a few of you who have met her in person, so none of you tell her. But I'm really proud of her, and the reason I'm so happy for her is I know she's going to be really happy about this too. So now, let's go Yale, girl, because actually Yale is her absolute top choice because she loved Yale. Like, and she was like, and Dad, it has so many resources. I'm like, well, yeah, it's only like this one of the top 2 universities on earth. Like, So anyway. Hey, Mrs. Arp, can you hear me? God damn it, Dragon. No, I'm really proud of her. And the good news also is that my brother lives up in Western Massachusetts, her uncle. And so that's, it's just another person in that general area. In fact, I played a show with my band at a place in Northampton, which is where Smith is. So, God damn it, Triffid. No, don't do that. But you're going to do it in Spanish, so you'd be like, oh, no, I didn't say anything. Yo quiero. Like, it's just, God, flip. Oh, man. I'm really happy for her, though. That's great. That's great. Okay. I am so freaking smug about this because I knew that she was going to have an amazing college application experience because of her GPA, because of her extracurriculars like the Poet Laureate thing, and being in theater and doing like theater productions and everything else, and because of the kind of kid she is. Like, if you bring her into an interview, everyone's like, wow, what an incredible kid. I'm like, you're damn right, she's an incredible kid. And an adult now, by the way, because she's 18. Oh, my God. But she'll always be my kid. You know the drill there. But I am extraordinarily smug about this because my wife is like, I don't know. I've dealt with a lot of people and, yeah, she's really smart, but, it's such a difficult environment, difficult market. And like, and I was like, I'm telling you, she's going to hit it out of the park. Well, so if you'll indulge me, chat. Just a little patting on the back there. Incidentally, in case anyone thinks I'm being serious, I'm not really being serious, but I am actually very happy that this and what the reason I knew that was going to work out is that as she started to get all these things, and she's gotten scholarships from every school she's gotten into, by the way, as she's been getting all these things, I just was like, I know application, admissions counselors, right? I know them at my own university. I've worked with and been to many different universities and schools in my time. And I know what they're looking for. And I'm like, if you're an admissions counselor and you sit down and you go, okay, here's this kid with a spectacular GPA and a school leader. She's in the National Honor Society. She's poet laureate, all these cool things. She's all of these things. And she also is that's the other thing. She's also a good writer. She's a good speaker. She's like, they're like, of course they're going to want her. The overwhelming majority are going to want her because she has all these things. The one thing is that her standardized test scores were fine, but not amazing. She didn't hit it out of the park on her SATs. But she was, again, she's just done a good job in making herself into someone that an admissions counselor would want to have represent and be part of the student body there. So I know, Jay. I started streaming when she was 4. Started streaming when she was 4 years old, and now she's 18, and we're talking colleges. Wild. Anyway, I'm sorry that I took all that extra time, chat, but that was very exciting. So she's such a great kid. She really is. Enough raving about my awesome kid. But I'm really happy for her. So when you see her here, then you can do that. I'm telling you, Dragon, right? Like, I was like, amazing. Thanks, imaginary. Well, yeah, the joke is that as a parent, I am officially allowed to brag about my child. Like, and she's like, Dad, are you going to brag about me? I'm like, yes, all the time. Actually, I'm going to brag about you. And then she was like, okay. She's like, I accept my fate. I'm like, yeah, you really should. So yeah, exactly, Jay. I mean, like, she and she does fine. By the way, she's done fine on sort of regular exams, but standardized things are their own thing. She does get a little anxious around them or whatever, but just I, I'm so proud of the way that she's been able to develop as a person. She's very emotionally sensitive. It hasn't always been easy for her, but she's just really worked on it and connected with people and wanted to connect with people into this, just wonderful experience. I'm, you know, I think that we've done a good job in raising her, but I think that she's done an even better job of becoming herself, if you see what I mean. That she's taken advantage of her opportunities without us having to continually prompt and go, hey, she's also done that. And we have never, ever emphasized grades, ever. We're never like, oh, well, why are you getting a B? Like, I got that crap. Like, my parents, were constantly asking me what was wrong with this grade, what was wrong with that grade. Why are you spitting on your gift? Mozart was never ashamed to sign his name to anything he wrote. Like, I got all these lectures. And what did it do? Well, eventually I became a good student, but in the meantime, it made me feel pretty shitty, quite frankly. And we were not going to do that. It's one thing to say you hold your kid to a high standard. It's another thing to be obsessed with what grades they're getting. So we never did that, but she just has worked her way through, and she started in a private progressive school, like kindergarten to first grade. So she started in a school that was no media and that was kind of like a progressive curriculum type of thing. Then she was homeschooled for a year during COVID, and that was because, we were moving anyway. We were moving up to Connecticut, and we knew that we felt we were qualified to teach her. I think I'm qualified to teach her. And so we did that during her homeschool year. And then she went to a public eighth grade and has been the last 4 years in a public inner city high school and has done exceptionally well. The honors program of that high school, but still, and has done exceptionally well. So it's a really good combination. Yeah, Echo. I don't know if Echo, you were sworn to secrecy, okay? But so this is the last time I'll say this, and then I do have to leave. And I'm sorry that I'm taking all this time. Amen, big boss. Amen. We need so many more of my kid, and I don't mean I'm biased in favor of my kid, but we need some people that are empathetic, caring, and well-rounded, and they care about lots of stuff. And they like art, and they like music, and they like poetry, and they like watching YouTube videos with their friends, and they also like going out and and acting. And she went and got she got a part-time job working at this place called Grumpy Dumpling. She just walked up to the person because she likes food and she likes cooking and baking, and she's really good at it, by the way. She's a really good baker. And like she just got this job, and then she applied to this community theater thing that she's going to be doing on Friday, and like she just does this stuff. And the well-roundedness, the authentic humanness of it really makes a difference. So anyway, Echo, what I was just saying was, yeah. Well, and yeah, absolutely. She and Marie, well, and also Marie's partner, Carrie, is the big baker in that household. And Marie becomes the eater of the stuff that Carrie bakes. But either way. Anyway, Echo, so the news is, and you cannot say anything, okay? Because she just called me in the middle of my outro. That's why I'm talking about this now. But her mom doesn't know yet. So she's applied to 15 schools. She has now, as of this news, gotten into 11 of them. She got rejected by one and waitlisted by one. So that's 13. So the two schools she's waiting to hear back from are Vassar and Yale. But she just found out that she got into Smith College, which is the best of the schools so far, leaving aside Vassar and Yale. The best one that she's applied to of those group is Smith. And Smith College is not only an exceptional school, it's also where my wife went. So my wife has been rather nervous because my daughter really liked it up there and really liked the environment up there. And so Smith is one of her top choices. Now, if she gets into Yale, she'll go to Yale, because Yale was even beyond that. But Yale is a real stretch. Like, Yale accepts almost nobody. But so she got in, and she's super, super excited because it really gives her it gives her a really good choice to work with. I think it's likely now that she's going to go to Smith. And what I was saying was, my only chance to keep her in the house for longer is if she gets into Yale, because she does want to go to Yale above all. Like, that would be her top choice. So I am rooting hardcore for the Bulldogs. But no, I mean, honestly, like, even if it were Smith, it's not horrifically far away from us. And she's going to take a gap year anyway, so she'll be here for another year. And it would obviously be, most important of all, it's one that she'd be excited to be a part of and to explore and to be connected with. So it's really good news. Yeah. But I'm talking quietly because if my wife finds out that I already know, she will throttle me for the information. So, okay. All right. I got to go. I'm not going to be with the family. They're not here. My wife is working and my daughter's at school. But I am going to go get ready for GOG. So, thank you all so much. Much love to all of you wonderful people for being here. Thank you for putting up with all of that. You all know the stuff about YouTube, Discord, Gray Shade. Please buy my books. Please do all that kind of stuff. And I have an announcement, by the way, 2 big announcements coming up, incidentally, separate from the channel, but related to the channel. One of them has to do with an event that Zach Clay and I are going to be involved in. Cannot wait to tell you more about that. Details coming soon. Super excited. It's going to be a big deal. And also big news coming on the publishing front, something relating to me that I also can't talk about yet. But oh my goodness, that is a big deal as well. So 2 big things coming up that I can't talk about yet. They're not finalized yet, but can't talk about them yet, but they're on the way. But most important today is all that with my daughter. Super cool. So thanks to everyone who made this an awesome stream tonight. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Dragon Spirit, Prince Justin, Triffany Mats. Thank you to J-Rab. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you to Dragon, Prince Justin, Triffid, J-Rab, Nonstop, Echo, Imaginary Exponent. Thank you to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Big Boss, to Jagtris, to Masvinade. Thank you to Mbatuku. Thank you to the Airmaster. Thank you to Valerian Gamer. Thank you all for being here. This was really fun tonight, and I'm glad I got to share some good news with all of you here right at the end. I'm going to go get ready for GOGCOM. I'm going to try to put away my quiet Bob Ross voice so that my wife doesn't get suspicious. And I will see all of you folks back on GOGCOM in a little bit, playing more Evil Land 2. Until then, everyone be good to each other. Much love, and everyone keep the secret, okay? Don't tell anyone. Much love. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Honk.